What's poppin', everyone? Welcome to another episode of Remember When. My name is Jose. With me today are my boys Amir and Johnny. Say what's up, guys.
Yo, what's good, y'all? How you doing?
What's up, y'all?
Hey, boys. Question for you guys. What is one thing that you think every car should have?
At least wheels.
Of course.
Ideally. But I feel like it wouldn't be a car if it didn't have wheels. Right?
Are you saying hover cars can't be?
Oh, yeah. Have you seen them?
I'm just saying, like...
How many hover cars have you seen? Have you come across?
Me personally, none, but
Jack
I'm not
shit,
friends
yeah.
with Elon, so...
So you think wheels. So you wouldn't mess with a hover car?
I'm just saying, because you're calling it a hover car as well. It's still a car, even though it may not have wheels.
So you're saying every car should have wheels, even if it hovers?
I'd prefer it to have wheels. Can you imagine niggas flying around today, bro?
Yeah, and
Oh my goodness.
at least have a contingency plan in case the hover function fucks up. Like if you just plant down in the middle like 295 highway, bro, you're dead because you got a car behind you who's gonna smack your ass.
What happens when you crash? Is that technically a speeding ticket, a collision, or is that like a terrorist attack? Because I mean, like you're really like in a flying unit. You know what I mean?
It depends on how mandated it is. It's like, hover cars are widespread now.
I imagine that joint mandated as a bitch if that's illegal, bro.
Yeah, like if they become like part of it, like electric cars, like how they're going to be like phasing out gas cars and now they're phasing in electric cars, they have to make it like what's the word? Universal first before before it's classified as like, regular speeding ticket. In the meantime, it's going to be a terrorist attack.
Oh, Lord.
You think it's... Okay.
I'm just saying, like, what if you crash into a federal building on accident?
Well, can you... Wouldn't
That
it be
DUI is a terrorist attack.
Who's affording a hover car and then they're crashing it?
Bro, do you know how many rich people get away with crashing they whip?
That's true. Now people who like be crashing Teslas and shit.
Yo, bro, I could never imagine if I got a Tesla, that will never be in a single accident. I don't even want a bird pooping on my car. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, listen, bro, that auto drive function is already kind of shiesty. So I mean,
have they had a lot of cases of failures?
I don't know about a lot of cases. Like, I don't know how many, don't quote me on, like, how many it's happened, but it's happened. Like, the fact that it can happen,
yeah.
I'd rather be in control. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather be in control of, like, what's going on around, like, what's going on with my car rather than be like, oh, I'm just going to let that bitch autopilot and have a chance of it fucking up. Like, maybe, because I remember there was, like, one video where, like, it was, like, in China or some shit, where it just sped through, like, through a whole, like, crowd of people and shit. Like, bro, that shit was crazy. Like, a bunch of motherfuckers got hit in that shit. And I don't know what was happening, like, inside the car. Like, I don't know if you could, like, just turn that shit off or, like emergency stop, like emergency brake. I don't know what Teslas have. I'm broke. But like maybe there's something in there that they could have done, but they can't. I don't know, bro. Like that shit just kept fucking going. Like it's like fucking like F-Zero or some shit.
I would imagine they should have an emergency stop like you said, because that does sound like it makes the most sense. At least in a situation like that. But dang, that's wild. I didn't know that they
yeah.
they
And
had that many
I know
cases.
for sure when they were testing it, they were having trouble with the car registering children in the street when it comes to the auto drive. So I mean, like adults, you cool, but I mean, little Jimmy down the block might get it.
So when when they test out cars, right? They have those mannequin dummies or whatnot. They didn't just throw one in the middle of the street like, little kids.
That's what I'm saying. They kept running over the kids. It wasn't detecting the kids.
That's wild.
Bro.
I mean, things get recalled all the time. I mean, things pass. I know even at my work, we like bought a vehicle. And then I remember my boss was like, yo, we got to give that back. I'm like, why? We just got it. We took like months to get it, like 6 months. What's up with it? He's like, well, there's an awning that like flings out mid drive. I'm like, oh, nah, take that back. No, take that back.
That's a whole hazard.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
All right, John, what's one thing that you think every car should
You know
have?
how like Wawa's or like even 7-Eleven's got that Slurpee machine? I want a Slurpee machine.
Okay.
Yeah, just something simple to keep me, if I'm like traveling through like, I don't know, like a cross country trip, like if I'm going from like New Jersey to all the way to California, I got to stay hydrated.
Where do you picture that
With
being
a
in the
Slurpee.
car?
Yeah, with the Slurpee. I want it like right on the dashboard, like right in the middle.
Bro, can you imagine little ass grubby hands going in the dashboard while you driving? Dad, I want a slushie. Oh shit! Like, bro, your car is gonna be the stickiest thing ever.
But it's worth it because at least I'm hydrated.
It's
Oh
gonna
my
take just one
God.
speed bump and your whole car is just
Can
ruined.
you imagine on
Blue
a
raspberry everywhere,
on
bro.
a New Jersey summer, that joint just malfunctioned. That thing just melting in your car.
I was about to to say, yeah, hold up. During a hot summer day, it's not even going but like pull out slushy.
You got a
for
fridge in that bitch too?
Yeah, we gotta it's gonna stay refrigerated. It's got ice. It's got everything you need to stay cool. In the summers, it's gonna be viable. You don't need to hide your car or from the sun, bro. It's gonna be usable.
And how would that be viable?
Because you're satiated. You don't have to eat. You don't have to drink nothing. You don't have to make stops.
He just ignores the problem we just presented and was like, "But think about the pleasure.
Yeah,
think about it.
The pleasure is worth it. It's worth a few stickiness.
Hell
a few
nah.
sticky seats.
Yeah, it's worth putting a little driving game in your Tesla till you have to control the Tesla, and you like, oh shit.
Yeah, people play PS. You could play like what PS4, PS5 games in your Tesla or some shit, or like
Bro, that's
mobile
so
games.
nasty.
Bro, what's wrong with the Slurpee? If people can do that, they shouldn't have any problems with Slurpees, bro. Slurpee machine in the car. That's what I want.
All right.
Slurps in a car is never bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What you want?
Honestly, you saying the fridge or freezer idea, like in the center console, make a center console like a cooler or like a kind of like a fridge component. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if every car needs it, but like I would appreciate it.
Depends on what you're putting in there. Like,
Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
a want.
it's like put one I got an ice cube. Yeah, that's all I need.
Nah, it'll be good for tailgates and stuff like that.
And good for Texas.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Shout out
Exactly.
Texas.
Yeah, we love Texas.
What's going on in Texas?
I mean, old people dying left and right from the heat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, hold up. You guys remember? I don't even know how many years ago it was. You remember when we had that crazy winter storm and like homeless people in Chicago were actually freezing over?
Yeah. I mean,
remember
I'm
that?
sure it happens like every
I mean,
fucking
probably
year.
still
I mean,
happens. Yeah,
most
but-
recently in Texas, I think it happened last year when they had that winter and people were just
Yeah.
freezing because the electricity went out because of the
You
way
said,
it's set
like,
up.
2022 winter?
Yeah, I think so.
Or-
It was like a year or two ago. Like people were dying. I mean, old people live in Texas. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, you're kind of at risk. You know what I mean? It's like COVID. Like you're just in that risk category.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
old people are at risk for heat, and then homeless people are at risk for winter.
Yeah.
This is why you migrate to California when it's wintertime
Oh, okay. Did
and
not know that.
summertime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In fact, just live in California.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, LA's doing great.
Either live in California or swim to Hawaii. You'll be good.
All right. So it is now time for us to talk about some turtles.
TURLTE power. Teenage Mutant Ninja. Bro, did you hear that end credit song?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you forgot how to spell TMNT for a moment. He said TU.
I was figuring out what he was
whoa.
spelling. I was like,
I said, "This ain't really." It's only 4
I looked
letters.
at him so dead ass for a second. I was like, please don't.
It's like he forgot.
Got brain damage
He
before I
used
got
the acronym.
But no, that song, that credits, like, I didn't expect it because I heard it before, but once I heard it, I was like, oh shit. The rapping was trash, but I like, it wasn't even rap. It was more like spoken word. He was like, the turtles, they like pizza and they're gonna smack you with your pizza or something. like,
Facts. Will Smith should have been on that bitch.
yeah. You should be getting jiggy with it. Like,
You know what's actually fire though is I think it was 2012 when they rebooted it on Nickelodeon, the Nickelodeon
yeah,
Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
They
Turtles,
went ham on that
Teenage
theme song for
Mutant
no
Ninja
reason. I
Turtles.
thought we kind of had it fire with our version of TMNT. We had
Yeah.
like the 2004, 2005 Turtles,
Mhm.
but they popped off on that song for no reason at all. I think it was actually you that showed me that. It was not you or Miguel. And I was like, there's no way this is like good. I'm looking at the animation and whatnot. I'm like, ooh, hold
Man,
up.
bro,
Like, I'm like, yeah.
It's like that Beyblade shit, like rip,
The
bro.
John Cena- man chilling like the John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I love like, here we go, it's the Lean Green Ninja Team on the
Yeah.
scene in the band. Like, bro, that shit's good. Like,
Yeah, I'm like
generally
in the
good.
dining room. My brother listen to that. I'm like, yo, turn it up. Raise up the volume.
Teenage Mutant.
All right, but we're gonna be talking about the 1990 TMNT movie. So spoilers ahead. If you have not watched it, why you haven't watched it yet, I don't know.
You're probably just young as fuck if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, you're slacking.
Yeah.
You're failing yourself.
And
You're
you
doing
definitely
yourself
don't
disservice.
respect Master Splinter.
Mhm.
You don't. No, not at all.
There's two things we got to remember. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil, and rest in peace, Master Splinter.
Exactly.
Yeah, because he dies. Not really,
No,
but
He kind of like does the Jedi ghost trick.
oh, we're gonna be talking about that. When I saw that, I'm not gonna lie, that was the one scene I was like, that happened? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't remember that.
Bro, he
at all.
reached Nirvana. What you mean?
He literally. That was one of the best moments in the movie. I was like, what? Hold up.
I ain't gonna lie. I just wanted to do karate to see if I'd be
They literally hit
reincarnated.
the Avatar state. Like, I couldn't believe it. I said, they really hit the spirit realm. That's insane. Yeah, so we'll be giving a rundown of the movie's basic info, characters, voice actors, little plot summary. Then we'll leave our review at the end. We'll tell you how we rate this movie.
Yeah. Do we like it? Do we hate it? Find out at the end of this episode of Remember When.
We like it.
Yeah, we like it.
Yeah, spoiler.
It's a classic. It's a certified hood classic.
Amir, did you want to give a rundown of what the movie, or like what the plot kind of is, or what the premises of the movie?
I mean, it was centered in New York, correct?
Yeah.
And then it was a wave of crimes. People didn't know who was basically committing them. And April O'Neil was the reporter at the time and is always the girl of the TMNT if everyone has caught up with TMNT at any point in their life.
Hot as hell.
But they suspect that the Foot, which is Shredder's clan or gang that you want to call it, is the ones doing it. And the TMNT is involved, which is mutated turtles that came from Mario-like ooze.
Yeah, what was it called? It's not called mutagen.
Yeah.
It was mutagen.
It was mutagen?
Yeah, it was mutagen, and basically if it goes on like any creature, it turns them into sentient, and they become adult size, basically, at a rapid pace, mind you.
Yeah, I was about to say, because it seemed like Master Splinter, even like before he got hit, did he even get... No, I guess he did get hit with the mutagen.
He got hit with the mutagen, but the thing was, Master Splinter was like in a cage before, and he was just in a kung fu area. So they were like, this whole time, even as a rat, he was just watching his master, and he was just replicating that bitch in the cage.
Yeah, he in the cage doing like, ha, hoo, ha.
So when he finally got hit with the mutagen, and then he evolved, he was like, I'm gonna take these turtles, and they gonna whoop ass.
Yeah, so it makes them grow. But because it was weird, because Master Splinter already had like, it looked like he already had the mindset of like a normal ass human being. So,
yeah, that's weird because they do kind of mention like, oh, the turtles see Splinter like even in their turtle, and they're like, that's dad. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, so I guess they have some form of intelligence, but you know, animals to full on sentient and having emotions, personality, da 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 da. And you got the four brothers, and they're trying to stop what's afoot.
yeah.
Ooh. That was pretty good.
Okay, bars, man.
Oh, hold up. I'm giving you like 10 points for that. We don't even have a point system. I'm going to give you points.
You should have been the one rapping on the end credits, bro.
Run me my money.
That would have been amazing.
That would be funny as hell. That's his only line. He just says that one line is just silence. He said, "Oh, that's fire. We ain't doing anything else."
Yo, that's a missed opportunity if April didn't say that.
I don't think she said that.
I don't think so.
Nah, she didn't say it.
Missed opportunity.
Did you guys like that in the whole, or during the whole movie, that they were trying to figure out their catchphrase?
Yeah. Like the whole time, it was mainly between like Donatello and like Michelangelo. They're like, like this, like nah. Oh, shell of a good time, or like some shit like that. Like yeah. It's a good running gag. Like at first, you don't even notice it too, but until like the middle and the end. But it was cool. It was a good running gag.
I just loved it in the beginning. He was like, excellent, and they were like, yeah. I was like, excellent. Okay.
He'd be like, gnarly.
Yeah.
Bodacious.
I mean, he brought
radical.
the energy. He brought the energy. That was the thing. Like he made that excellent seem, spicy. Yeah. He brought the flavor to it.
How old are the turtles? They're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
How late into the teens are we talking here? Because them niggas big as hell. So like, if they get like 25, are they like Brick House type shit?
Yo, have we ever seen an iteration of Ninja Turtles that have like young adult Ninja Turtles? Actually, no, we have.
The live action one.
Yeah, the live action TV show.
Absolute units.
There's that one. But I was thinking like there's like it's like a mid '90s show called like Next Mutation where they're older Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they have like some fucking fifth member called like Venus. It's like a chick. She got turtle titties. It's weird.
Is that canon?
Not really, no.
I don't know, because the only updated thing I know where it's like set future was like The Last Ronin. I don't know if there's any comic book fans watching. It's a good like little thing to watch if you want to see like a future set in the TMNT and you're seeing like who survived and everything, because they got all the different tools of the brothers on one dude basically. But I mean, even then, like they weren't aged like that.
Yeah, honestly, probably much wouldn't change. It'd probably just still be them.
Or they just die early deaths.
Yeah, true. We don't know Turtle lifespans.
I just thought it was weird. Like during this movie, like I don't know, because we've watched the cartoons and stuff. I feel like in the cartoons they were like super smart and like focused on the task at hand. The whole movie they just fucking around. They like the whole time they're just like, yeah, the foot's a foot, but this catchphrase, nigga, like the pizza.
Yeah, early on, like. they save April, but then after that, Splinter gets kidnapped, and they go back to April, and they're like, let's just wait until April tells us what to do, because she has they're honestly just waiting on like whoever's in charge. Like it's like, oh, let's wait for April. Oh, let's wait for this until like midway through the movie where they're like,
Leo's not really leading.
Leo ain't really. Yeah,
Leonardo is the blue colored one, and he's the leader with the 2 samurai swords or katanas.
Yeah, he's supposed to be leading, but he didn't really lead much.
No.
Not much leadership.
The only time he really led was when they had the premonition of Master Splinter, when he kind of led the group into the meditation to be able to actually see him. But besides that, Raphael was the only one that took it seriously, because he kept being like, yo, what are we doing? We got to save Master Splinter. Like, he looked at him as the dad the most out of everybody else that was there.
Yeah, Raphael's about that shit, bro. Like, I'm honestly pretty surprised. The most screen time you get is with Raphael. Like, especially, like, it's like with this movie and, like, the 2007 movies, like, they always, like, love focusing on, like, Leonardo and Raphael. It's like, oh, they got some conflict, or, like, they button heads because, you know, you got the leader, then you got the hot head. That's weird. That's an interesting tradition that they keep going with.
I feel like it's common. Like, it's like, just think Goku and Vegeta. Like, Vegeta got hella screen time, and the whole thing is just him beefing. Like, that's why people like him. And the same with Raph. Raph was just like, man, fuck all that talking. I'm trying to whoop ass. Like,
it's like, y'all sitting here, I'm gonna save Splinter. Like, y'all ain't doing shit.
I mean, yeah. Can we talk about how he cursed so much in this movie?
Yeah, bro.
He was like the predecessor to Shadow the Hedgehog. This man kept saying, damn!
not here.
Like, I didn't keep a damn count, but like, bro, they say damn. I think they said damn over like 5 times. They say bitchin'. Like, things like at the end, like bitchin'. Like, I was like, hey, this ain't your kid. This ain't your child's Ninja Turtles. This is the grown Ninja Turtles. And it makes sense too, because it's more based off the comic book than the actual cartoon that was out at the time. Because actually, I've read the first, I want to say like the first volume of the comic book. It's honestly like 1-to-1 with like the actual movie. Like, it was like the movie was way, the comic book was way more gorier. Like especially the way they killed Shredder, it was like fucked. Like, holy shit. I'll get to that later, but like when we get to the final shit. But like, yeah, it's like literally 1-to-1 with the comic book, because the cartoon's more like, they didn't really like killing motherfuckers. It's mainly like robots. Like the Foot Clan were all robots in the OG cartoon.
Yeah, well, that's because they couldn't get away. That's like seeing Wolverine on the TV show, like the X-Men show. You expect this man to just dig claws into this man's chest, and you like, damn, bro. Like, nah. I feel like that's how they always told it, especially back then. I feel like there were certain words you were allowed to say without pushing that, like, upper age mark for the rating of the movie and everything like that. Like, why was it damn that was accepted, but like you can maybe allow like one shit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shit is usually reserved for PG-13. PG. Remember, this movie was rated PG. You know what came out 3 years later? The Super Mario Brothers movie, and that was also rated PG, but it had Mario going to Big Bertha's titties and shit. So, you know, they were allowed to get away with.
That's a different type of like sensitivity, though. You're talking like sexual, and I'm talking like language.
Yeah, language ain't that harmful.
Yeah, well, I also feel like damn is probably the most fitting out all the words, because he's just frustrated. He's just, letting out like damn. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if he would just like, fuck!
Nah, but I can see like, oh, Splinter got like taken. Oh shit.
It would just be weird. I don't know.
It'd be quick too, because like it's not like they linger on, other than like that one scene where he's like, "Get back here! I ain't finished with you." Like, damn, like that shit. But it's like most of the time they'd be like quick with it. He's like, "Oh, Ninja kicked the damn rabbit!" Like when they're at April's house and shit. But yeah, it's like they got away. I'm glad they were able to like make it more edgy in a way, because the whole movie is dark as shit. Like,
I mean, so it's also in a cityscape, and I honestly did like that. Did you know they actually filmed most of the scenes in North Carolina?
Damn.
Yeah, most of the movie over there. But they did go to New York for, like, for example, Times Square. Like, they did record some of the movie over there.
I mean, yeah, that's usually like a common filming technique, where it's like, we don't want to film in fucking New York City. You know how expensive that shit is? you got to close down streets. You got to hire all these people, make sure they ain't fucking around. And it takes days to film, so you know how that stacks up. So, not surprised, but it's like, they made it. I mean, I guess I could see when they went to the farmland how they could film in North Carolina, but like, especially in the city streets, it made it look authentic.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about all the settings in the movie, like, other than the beginning shots, which were obviously New York, like, everything could easily be built on a set, because in their sewer house or whatnot, in April's apartment, and that pimped out warehouse, bro, with like
Yeah.
child labor. Can we talk about that?
Child labor.
That was a rec center and a warehouse at the same
Bro,
time.
don't you know that's how gangs work? You got to put the kids in young.
Bro, but hold up.
Most of the shooters like underage.
Yeah.
I was just so sad to see that the Foot Clan was just 12-year-olds smoking, playing pool.
Yeah.
I was like, what are their recruits?
First thing you see is the fucking cigar in the kid's mouth. I was like, yo, there ain't no fucking
Yeah.
way. That's fucking amazing.
It's like, I used to be Timmy, now I'm just Tim.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought the gang was hard as hell when I first watched it.
You thought they were hard?
Yeah, but I mean, mind you,
when you
I
were
was
younger,
super
when you were
young. Like that
younger.
was
Okay.
VHS, like and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So when I saw them, I was like, damn, I kind of want to join. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Wouldn't you join? Yo, you get to play art. You get to play
bro,
pool.
and
get
then
to
you
smoke
see
cigarettes
Shredder, and I'm
cigars.
like, that's my boss. Yeah, boss, let's go.
Yo,
like, what you mean?
Literally, these kids, they had the best life. They were eating McDonald's. They were like doing a little bit of work, right? Then they were just skating around,
Niggas
playing
was
arcade.
chilling.
They had cigars, cigarettes, like bro. They
Chilling.
had everything that you could want. In
That
life.
was a gentleman's club.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they had what was it? They were sparring over there too. They were training. I was
Yeah.
like, so you get to live your best life, train, get fit, go kick butt, steal whatever you want. I'm like, hold up, they kind of got a sweet
It's a
deal
pretty
going
nice
on here.
gig, and if you
Yeah.
if you get run down, there's like 1,000 other dudes that look just like you coming back.
Literally. Yo, did
Bro,
you like
I'm
that
running.
beginning scene when the kid, he had the wallet like tucked right here, and then you just see the Foot Clan do the hand from SpongeBob just coming in and be like, oh.
Yeah.
That had me dying. I was like, did that just happen?
Yes, because
He's like,
this one man's wallet is really gonna make the bank.
Yeah, the facts, bro.
Bro, if you don't pull a Joker and rob a bank, like,
Nah, they gotta be ninjas, bro. They gotta be discreet.
bro, do you know how sick it'd be if the whole thing was just camera footage of the bank and all you saw was just shadows like going past, and then eventually you just see the doors open and everything?
That'd be kind of cool.
You don't even have to show them actually taking the thing. You just have to show it. One day is there, you see a little shadow, boom, open.
So I think that makes them the fact that it's like they're just harassing regular citizens makes it more like terrifying as like a threat. So it's like instead of like, oh, they're just robbing big establishments. No, they're like they're gonna like rob April O'Neil. They're gonna like they just rob random people, bro. I think that's what makes them a little more terrifying.
Bro, they was in everybody's house.
Yo.
For real. Because any scene, they was like, all right, we should be good here. Crash, 3,000 niggas come in like, bro, come on now. Like, they are everywhere.
Well, so in the very beginning of the movie, I was actually kind of confused at first when the first time I'd watched it, right? Because they had said, waves of crime are happening in New York City. People are stealing speakers and skateboards. I was like, hold up. I was like, you're a criminal. And you're just like, give me that speaker. Give me your skateboard. I was like, that's kind of dumb. And then when they showed that, it's child labor, I was like, I get it.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I was like, I
But
would steal that too.
it's
How
like-
much was a speaker back then, though?
A speaker?
I mean, here's the
That's
thing.
some money.
If you got every
That's some
component,
money.
if you got like one of those like 3-piece
A big ass speaker, like back in the day, like one of them
that's
big
what I'm
ass
saying.
joints.
It's like if you got like a speaker,
That's a lick.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that random nigga's wallet ain't a lick.
Yeah, you probably only like $50. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. You got his credit card. I mean, that might be the best thing.
Yeah,
But
until he cancels it.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like I felt like more people were carrying cash at that point in time.
that's
you
true.
know what I mean.
That's true.
Mhm.
But yeah. Yo, and how funny was it in the beginning? They said they're even stealing stuff in front of your face. And it was just an old lady on her outdoor patio. She just turns her head and going, ah! She was like, I've been robbed.
Oh no! My plants.
Bro, can you imagine you in your house, you put down your phone, come back, that joint
Yeah, just
gone,
no couch.
and your front door just open? I'd leave. I'm not gonna lie. I'd move. Like, I'd full on move. If someone came in my shit, I didn't know and left the door, nah. I wouldn't feel safe. Johnny, you're correct. That is terrifying.
Yeah, but like honestly, it depends on like what part of New York they're at too. Because it didn't say if they were like in Brooklyn. They just said New York, like New York City. Like I don't know like how far they like whole sewer system like runs through. Like I
Bro,
don't know.
they hit 2 corners and like majority was sewers. So like
Yeah.
you don't really see the outside like that.
No, you really don't. Which, I mean, again,
I think they were very
Recording.
purposeful, like, because obviously North Carolina.
yeah, very
But
smart
like
about
the
it.
darkness and all that, I mean, it has to help with the suits and
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Shredder probably in full on light would not look as sick in the
and-
dark.
Yo, speaking of them suits, well, first off, them suits look good. Like
Fantastic.
especially for back in the day. You're expecting like, oh man, like what, like booty ass suits, but this is back in the day when people actually gave a damn about like particle effects and like animatronics and like where since it's physically there and it's not CG bullshit, you can like it actually feels real.
Mhm.
The animatronics look good, like the suits and everything look great. But they, from what I was researching shit, and they had like 2 different suits, one for action scenes and one for like talking scenes.
Yeah.
So like, if you like pay close attention, like in the talking scenes, they're like blah 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 blah, and like sometimes it look good, other times like for instance like when Leonardo was like arguing with Raph, whatchamacallit, Leonardo was going like fine, like eyes weren't moving, it just looked dead in the eyes. I was like, it looks kind of but but like every other scene, like the lip syncing was on point, and then for the action scenes, if you look closely at their faces, they're just going like their faces aren't really moving. But with the way it's filmed, especially like with how dark it is, you can't really tell. But like the dude who played Raphael, apparently the dude was claustrophobic and that suit was tight as hell. So imagine like, especially like you got to film the whole day, you got to wear that suit all the damn time. Like they got to screw this shit on your head, bro. Imagine being like claustrophobic and being in that suit, having like do action kicks and shit, bro.
Well, it's crazy. So supposedly those suits weighed 50 pounds each.
Shit.
50 pounds, bro.
Them actors became firefighters that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They actually had some decent fight sequences for, again, knowing how heavy the suits are, knowing the fact that I don't even know how they saw out of it. I don't know if they rehearsed it so much that they didn't need to see or any of that. Like,
I think it was through the mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
Well,
I remember seeing like the
mascot things are like, yeah, you normally see through the mouth, but here's the thing, that they looked like they were cracked open like this high at some point. So I was like, I don't know how you're legit seeing right now, man. Like your peripherals must be on point. I have no idea.
I mean, they got body armor, so at worst, if you fall, it's all right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that bad.
Did you guys know that the actors, they also had little cameos? The people that were in the turtle suits, they had little cameos throughout the movie.
Oh,
too.
they actually like came out and like
they actually came out just for like small appearances.
Let me
like
guess. Was one of them in in like the scene where Raphael was chasing Casey? Was one of them in the taxi?
Yeah, one of them was in the cab.
I fucking knew it because the way it lingered on them, I was like, okay, yeah, something. Either there's like a famous actor here that I don't see, or some shit. So
That was 2 seconds too long.
And like, okay, I get the message. He's important.
Yeah, he must be important if it's lingering this long.
One of them was the Domino's guy.
The Domino's guy?
Gotta remember the
pizza
Domino's
delivery.
guy.
Yeah, Domino. I know Papa John's, but the Domino's guy?
Do you guys remember when Domino's actually used to do that 30-minute where it's free policy? Well, no, for us it was 30 minutes or
30
$3
minutes or less.
off.
Yeah, 30 minutes or less and you get...
Yeah, $3 off.
Bro, you see the state of inflation at this point. Now it's just like, bro, it's gonna get there when it get there. Like, not none of this like, oh yeah, if it's like late, it's free, da 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 da. I'll bring that back, please. Like, we need some accountability.
There's a reason why they got
there's like a whole, like, the lawsuits and all that Domino's were getting. It's crazy. Because, like, drivers were being negligent of, like, driving rules because they're like, gotta get there in 30 minutes.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, so they got rid of it.
I
would have
scammed the fuck out of that system, too. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like a Spider-Man nigga. What? You 15 seconds late, bud. Free.
You would have been like, yo, Johnny Jose, go block off the road real quick. Making this man drive through barriers. No, that scene was hilarious, though. I absolutely love that. When Mikey was like, the pizza dude's got 30 seconds or something like that. He was like, what? And then the pizza dude, he finally comes up. He trades off. He gives him the dollar bill of the sewer. He puts the pizza box down, and he's like, yo, you're missing $3. He's like, where's the rest of it? He said, forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for a late pizza. I was like, yo, isn't that the truth? This man's speaking Bible verses out here.
Bro, who eats that cost, the restaurant or the driver?
And so it's actually the restaurant. I did look
God.
that. So they did the restaurant takes the blow for that.
Okay. Thank God.
Well, I mean, you can't blame the driver, you know?
Yeah.
Well, so, and they
you
eventually...
was the one that was late.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's facts. But at the same time, think about it. If the cooks or I don't even know if you want to call them cooks, but whoever's making the pizzas or whatnot, if they're behind, right, the pizza driver can only go when the pizza's ready, right? So if they don't hand you the pizza until 20 minutes in the order and the house is like, 15 minutes away, that's on them. You know what I mean? So like, because you're just the delivery guy. You're not the one doing the whole process, right? That's how I see it too. I'm just like, yo, he's not to blame.
Would you take money from like a little stick coming up from the sewer?
Well, that's the thing. It literally was just the dollar bill just popped up. At that point, I'd be like, yo, I put in all that work to get there.
Bro,
So, yeah.
I'd be scared someone going to yank me in that bitch.
Yeah, that's why you put the pizza just right there and you just fucking run, bro. I mean, it's New York. You don't know if a homeless dude down there, like the delivery driver didn't even look phased. He's like,
No, he literally just said, I just need a different route. Like, he didn't even want to quit his job. He just wanted a different route. Like, that's commitment, man.
Bro, that shit is nasty. Almost as nasty as moist-looking Master Splinter. Bro, he looked like a soggy rodent in that whole film.
He did.
I love Master Splinter too. Rest in peace. But like,
hey, just be glad the film wasn't filmed like daytime or some shit. He probably would have looked worse.
Oh, yeah. He would have looked way
bro,
worse.
that man looked like a crusted rat that died and was left on the street for 2 days. Like
actual roadkill.
He does look like roadkill.
He really does.
It's not that bad. It's like I get what you mean, but it's like for the time, the Turtles did look better, but Splinter he looked okay in some.
I'm gonna Photoshop like his head on a dead rat, and you ain't gonna tell the difference.
Honestly, I thought the fucking like little rat version of him was like worse when he was like doing them kung fu moves. He was like, it was like still stiff as hell.
Oh yeah, that was super funny.
Yeah, it was most likely a puppy,
bro. If that was a real rat that they trained to do that,
bro, that'd be hard.
Take all my money.
That'd be hard.
Y'all need so many awards.
They actually cut the ear off the rat with a katana. Yo.
They train this man to be a martial arts master and then be like, sorry.
This part of
that'd be terrible.
Ninja Gaiden ass rat.
It's method acting. You gotta feel the part.
Ew.
I love the one scene. Yeah, it was Michelangelo against the Foot Clan soldier, and they were doing like a nunchuck competition, nunchuck off.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, and Mikey was like, just starts, basically he starts hanging with nunchucks, right? And then, they go back and forth. This man starts spinning the nunchucks on the chain on his finger. I was like, bro, I've never seen something so elite in my life. If somebody started doing that, I'm walking. I mean, I'll say if they start going like that, right, and they sound crispy, I'm walking, right? But if they start spinning on their middle finger, clearly they've reached enlightenment. I can't touch them.
At that point, the foot soldier just got to pull out the Bruce Lee to win that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, the foot soldier, literally, he was just like, like he paused, bro. He said, I don't even know what to do now.
Bro, that man was slow.
What, the foot soldier?
Yeah, that man was like,
oh, yeah, no.
He was doing basic ass moves, like basic nunchuck shit. I have to expected him to like hit himself in the balls with that shit or some shit.
Oh, I was waiting for something like that to happen. Because that absolutely would in this movie.
See, honestly, the best fights. What do y'all think is the best fight scene? Because it's probably for me, it's probably like the fight in April's apartment. Because the amount of shit that was just breaking, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah, that was.
That one was awesome. I loved it.
I was hoping like the final battle with Shredder would be like a little bit cooler, like it was with like all the Ninja Turtles fighting him, but it was like quick as hell. I was like, it's aight.
Yeah, no,
it was still decent, but it was aight.
It really wasn't that crazy. The I guess final part to the movie. I don't know.
The final boss,
yeah.
Shredder.
What's his face with the Jason mask or whatever?
Casey, I was about to say Casey, nice Casey Jones.
Bro, I love the way they did Casey on that movie, bro.
Oh yeah,
I love the look of him and everything. That was like spot on.
The look, the dialogue, he's hitting on April the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think the way Shredder died is ridiculous though. Like I thought that was like pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell people how this man just goes out.
Wasn't it like one of those metal grinders that constantly rotate and he like fell in that bitch and
yeah, like just got grinded up by the garbage truck and shit.
Bro, can you Bro, this is why you don't wear capes. The Incredibles been said that because if he didn't have that cape, it wouldn't have got stuck in there.
Well,
he would have just jumped out that bit.
Yeah. I get Well, wearing all that fucking armor is probably what stopped him, bro. Like,
bro, with Shredder, he's a unit.
Well, his scene when he got revealed, that was pretty crazy. The angle that they had on the camera, so they didn't show like a front view of him.
Thank God.
And then when they moved the cape off and whatnot, they show the shoulder pads, which that's not a hard flex now. Like now I look at it, I'm like, football players have that, just without the spikes. But yeah, no, that scene was actually really dope. I like the Shredder reveal scene.
Yeah, and then the final battle was like, you got Splinter, like, Orokosaki, you ain't shit. just charges at him. And like, I thought it was slick where like Splinter just like makes him flip and he like holds him all the bed. He's like, oh, but you will die without honor. And that shit was cool. But the way the comic book killed him off, and I mean killed him off because, spoiler alert for the second movie, he comes back. But in the comic book, they're like slicing this motherfucker up. I even think like Leonardo stabs him with the fucking katanas and shit. They literally throw this man off a building with a fucking grenade and he blows up, bro. Blows up. Like, bro, the comic book went fucking hard. Like, if y'all ever get the chance, look up at least read like the first volume where like they go fight Shredder. Like, read that shit, bro, it'll blow your mind. Like,
I don't blame them, bro. Imagine you living your life, just 4 dudes, all brothers, and this man's just hating on you the whole fucking time. He's like, I want you dead, little boy. Like, we gonna kill you, little boy. Like, the whole time. Bro, you going under the ocean. What you mean?
Going under the ocean with the grenade.
Exactly.
Did you guys watch the Harley Quinn movie?
Yeah.
Isn't that how the ending of that movie happened? She like threw a grenade in a black mask, pushed him off, and then he just blew up. It was like something like that, or maybe it was a bomb. But like that's exactly what I thought of when you were painting the picture. I was like, yo, I guess that's a popular way to end somebody, just being like, just toss them and then just, and then they're done.
Blast them.
Tick, tick, boom.
Mid-air explosion.
Mid-air explosion.
That's all it takes, bro.
You know what was also a great scene in this movie? It was something small, but they were in the sewers and they had the tequila song play. It was like do 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 do. He said ninjutsu. I said I love this movie.
Said
so
we didn't buy
much.
rights.
Like this whole movie got like charm and shit. Like if you ever, especially if you're like maybe if you're young and you just hate old shit, don't hate this movie, bro. It's TMNT. Like it's got 90s charm. It's got all the radicals, the cowabungas, and all that shit, bro. It's good. Like this is genuinely a good movie. Like I loved it.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like hating on Men in Black 1. You can't. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Now, can we hate on Men in Black 2? Same with TMNT 2? Yes. Men in Black 3? TMNT 3? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that one could get shot
Actually,
in the ass.
I'll consider TMNT never happening with the third one, at least. But
Oh yeah, no, third one's. We'll review that one day.
Men in Black should have definitely stopped at 2.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, honestly, they could have just stopped at 1, to be honest, because
Facts.
they had the animated series to continue it, right?
Yeah.
Which that was actually good.
Had a badass intro. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. It was a good intro.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one day too.
Maybe.
So would this movie be A+ if Will Smith was on the soundtrack?
For like the ending part?
For just in general.
Just
Because
in
like
general?
this movie is like a B in my book, but if like I feel like if Will Smith put some twang on that soundtrack, yeah, it'd be a B+ to an A-.
Yeah, I needed more ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba while they're fighting the Foot Clan. Ba-da-ba-ba, getting jiggy with it while they're beating the Foot Clan's ass. And
Bro, he has more than just getting jiggy with it.
That's the only song I fucking know.
Bro, do you not remember the domination Will Smith had in the 90s of the sounds?
Yeah, play me. Okay, what's a good song?
Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
That's probably one of his most popular
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
Bro, you don't want to battle this. He has classics. He has a
honestly,
catalog.
I could listen to the movie if they had the Men in Black song actually played in the background. I would have bopped to that.
Actually, yeah, I'm being disrespectful because,
that'd actually be kind of hard.
Bro, he was in a lot.
Yeah, in West Philadelphia, born and raised. He sings that shit. He raps on that shit. I can't be disrespectful.
East Manhattan, born and raised
in East
the ooze.
Manhattan, born and raised, where the turtles are in the sewers in their days, or some shit. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's rough. It's a rough draft, you know.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
All right. So, how long until the new Turtles movie comes out?
It's August. I think it's like August when the new one comes out.
All right. So you just need to pitch that song by like last year, but don't worry, it's all good. I'll make it in the movie.
Maybe. Or I'll do it. If it doesn't make it, we'll do a fan edit. We'll do Remember When fan edit. We'll just have Will Smith songs playing across the whole fucking movie.
And saying all this with like the old movie, would you want aspects of the old movie being in the new one?
I don't mind it being edgy.
Or would you rather it just be like a full-on remake? Because I feel like with a lot of the movies specifically that's come out on the more recent years, every time it's like a redo.
Yeah. So I think it would be really tough to replicate what this film truly did, especially the biggest thing being the suits, right?
Yeah.
The acting and the animatronics that they had at that time were not matched. And this is all an independent film. I don't think we ever said that, but this is like an independent film, like one of the highest grossing ones of all time. I think it actually was the best when it did come out
I'm not
and got
surprised.
dethroned, I think like 9 or 10 years later. But yeah, so I really think it would be tough to replicate it. I really hope, things that obviously can be maintained, the humor. I think if they can do that and keep essentially, I like the personalities of everybody in the movie, especially Casey Jones, like you said. I think even April, she was like a little feisty, but still like entertaining and whatnot, and still like felt like a real person. Didn't feel fictional at any point in time.
Yeah, at least he fought back,
know?
especially when like when they came
Yeah.
when they came into the subway and they're like, he's like, and the dude's like, you have been speaking too much, and he's like, here, look at this, and he puts out his hand, and then he fucking slaps her. He's like, you must stay silent, some shit like that. I was like, damn, this movie got it all. They beating women, they got child slavery. Got Mutant Turtles. She got
They
everything.
got a RICO case.
Yeah, I think it would be really tough. I think the one thing that I just wouldn't want in the upcoming movie is that a lot of movies nowadays, especially animated movies, they try putting way too much of pop culture in it. For example, like Fortnite dances and stuff like that. It seeps into everything and it makes its way in there. And not that I'm anti people, enjoying whatever it is that they want to enjoy. But it's stuff like that I don't think I would really want to see in the new movie.
Yeah.
That it wouldn't necessarily ruin it for me, but I think it would devalue it. Because this one, I didn't see a million pop culture references. Like, yeah, it had stuff that aged it. Like, for example, the Domino's delivery.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. But here's the thing, this is a different, like, you could do with them. This is why it's like I enjoyed the Mario movie, but at the same time, the moment you put like poppy songs, it's like you could have put like remember the one scene in the Mario movie where they're like driving through like the DK jungle and shit. Apparently there was supposed to be like a rendition of the DK rap playing through that shit, but instead they did like the Take On Me. I was like, y'all had the DK rap and y'all chose to fucking Take On Me. It's a good song, don't get me wrong, but come on, like put either original shit or put like some put some classic shit. Don't make me think about the real world when I'm watching like a fantasy movie.
Mm-hmm. No, I think that's fair. Yeah, I think it'd be really tough for them to replicate a lot of what made this movie so charming and stylish, especially for the time period. Even nowadays, I've watched it and I'll skip to my rating, but yeah, I give this 8 out of 10. I mean, I'll get one of those points is 100% for pure nostalgia, but the other 7 is just because it's a upstanding movie.
Solid, yeah.
Yeah, it's a solid movie. I'll give it an 8 too. Like it's good. It's solid. If you love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course you're gonna fuck with it. It's good. Just stick with the first movie. You can watch the second movie. We'll get to the third movie one day.
No, we won't.
Hopefully not.
We won't.
Maybe.
We'll mention it. We won't cover it though. It's okay.
I mean, we did a highs and lows of Dragon Ball GT, so clearly we're all about being in the trenches.
Yeah, but at least most people watch GT. I'm pretty sure most people turned off or just full on forgot 2 and 3 of TMNT.
Yeah, 100%. How about you, Amir? What's your rating?
I'm sticking with like that B, so like still the 8 out of 10 that y'all said, but if, the songs was a little better and maybe if Shredder was like, less bulky.
If the fight scenes were probably just like a smidge better.
I need
Not
more
that they
Shredder
didn't
fight
do bad.
scenes, bro.
Yeah.
I need way more of that because like he's the big baddie, and if I don't see enough of the big baddie, I'm like,
yeah. Well, so what was the name of his right hand man?
Tutsu or Tatsuo? It's like something like that. It started with T.
Yeah. So Mr. T.
Yeah, Mr. T. Mr.
T.
ew, they could have done that.
I don't think he really fought that much in that movie either. And,
No, he literally just stuck out his right hand and went like closed his fist and told his boys to fight. He didn't even do shit.
Yeah. So I think just a little bit more action. But again, I know why they didn't have more action. If I'm wearing a 50-pound suit and you're telling me to, fight, all right, I'm beefing. I'm probably quitting. But so, I understand why there wasn't more. But yeah, I think stuff like that would have made this movie just.
Yeah, even if the fight scenes aren't like the most spectacular shit, it's not like the fucking Raid or the Raid 2. Like, you're not going to get like some kung fu, like high action, you're going to see everything type shit. But it's got the charm. The characters are charming. It's got a good setting. It's got good atmosphere. It's dark. It's edgy. Shredder's a good villain. It's good. Like everything else is good, even if like the fight scenes are like a tad bit lacking. But they're still good. They're still good.
Yeah. So the one scene we did say that we would talk about later, I don't think we really touched on, was that when they saw was it Master Splinter in their visions?
Splinter's Jedi Ghost.
Yeah, the Jedi moment. So paint them a picture of how that scene worked, Amir.
Mans was meditating in a circle. Was it a circle?
Yeah, around the campfire.
Around a campfire, singing campfire songs. Not really. They were just meditating, getting one with the Lord. And the Lord found them. Lord Master Splinter. He arose.
Yeah, just
like a phoenix.
And he's not even playing. The same effect that you saw for, I think it was Obi-Wan in the Star Wars movies, was like literally just translated just for Master Splinter right into the movie. And he was like, whoa, I see you. He was like, yes. Reached enlightenment. And he's like, wow, this is crazy. And then he calls his brothers over and he's like, yo, guys, you got to try this out.
It's like when Simba reached out, he was like, Dad, I miss you. And the dad was just in the stars. He was like, nigga, chill. That's what Master Splinter did. He was like, guys, chill. It's all good.
Go kill your Uncle Simba.
Just focus on killing that nigga Shredder. Get my back.
All right. So any final words for the listeners? It could be about the movie, just life advice. What you guys got?
All rats gotta die, even Stewart, except Master Splinter.
I go with Marion Yells. Master Splinter is the OG. We'll keep him alive.
Go do a TMNT binge watch. Everything, all of it, every single show, every single movie. I want you to watch that Power Rangers episode where TMNT came in and they worked with them. I want you to see all of it.
You know how many episodes exist of the original series?
I was about to say, bro, you just enlisted like a year-long mission.
It was borderline I think it was like damn 200 or some shit, bro. That's a grind.
Maybe
Have you
more
watched
than
the
a
OG
year.
show?
I've watched parts of it.
I've watched some of it. It's like I feel like if I were born in that era, I would have really loved it.
Yeah, if I was born in that era, we probably would have enjoyed it. But now there's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah,
It's an 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
There's half and half.
But yeah, so go check out the new TMNT movie. Go revisit the old one.
Go read the comics. Go
read
seek
the
out the
comics.
OG comics and go read that shit, bro. It's violent.
Or you could play that newer TMNT game that's out. That's what is it?
Shredder's Revenge?
Yeah, Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard good things about that, so you could check that
You
out.
can play
if you
that.
prefer
Turtles in
that.
Time is a certified classic too.
Become a Turtles fanboy or a girl or non-binary human being. Just dive into the Turtles. Go enjoy it. All right.
And let us know what y'all favorite turtles are.
Let us know.
Practice self-care. Meditate. You too can become a rat ghost.
This is a lot of life lessons we're putting at the end of this episode.
Listen, the most important is becoming a rat ghost.
Exactly.
Yeah. Become one with the Force. And that wraps up this episode of Remember When. Until next time, peace out, Remembers.
Tubular.
Love
Crazy
you.
Master Splinter. Remember When is a Sweet Recording production. Check them out at suiterecording.com.
Intro and outro created by our very own Johnny.
Subscribe, listen, and remember to review wherever you are on social media. Thanks for listening.